Hey, my name is Phil from webautomation.co, and in this video I'm going to show you an Encharge Autoresponder tutorial. So if you are thinking about creating one for yourself, you can quickly follow this tutorial and set it up. Now, if you haven't yet got started with Encharge, it is such an amazing platform to get started with. But to give you a bit more of a reason to, I've also partnered with these guys, right? So if you want to get yourself a 14-day free trial, plus you can get 50% off your first billing month, make sure you use the link in the description. You don't need your credit card for the free trial. And if you decide to continue, that's when you can get the 50% discount. And on top of that as well, I've got a free course I'm also giving you, so make sure you check that out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now for this specific tutorial, I've gone ahead and created a Elementor page with a form inside of it, and what I want to do is, for example, is send someone a free guide as soon as they enter their name and email inside of this and submit the form. So to do that, we're going to need to do a few things. First of all, we need to edit this page, and then second of all, we need to go ahead and log into Encharge. Go ahead, create a new flow under the flow tab, press add flow. And then for this example, we'll start from scratch. So click start blank, and in a few seconds, we will have our drag and drop canvas ready to roll. So the first thing we want to do is add and receive webhook. If you haven't used Encharge before, the webhook functionality in this platform is next level. All majority of big platforms out there that take information, things like form builders, page builders, landing page builders, sales funnel platforms, everything like that uses webhooks. So it is one of the easiest ways to actually integrate. All we need to do is come inside here. What I'm going to do is name this as an autoresponder demo, right? Because I like to name out where everything comes from, just so I understand where people are going from and to. So I'm going to copy this webhook URL, right? This is the webhook that we want Elementor to send the information to, and then we can actually get it inside of Encharge. So what I'm going to do is click on copy, click on save, and now it's going to ask me to send some information through the webhook URL. So we come back into Elementor, right click on your form. If you haven't yet got webhook on the left, it's a simple process. All we do is click on the plus and actions after submit, right? Come down to webhook. Webhook will appear. I'll just backspace the one that's existing there and paste in your new webhook, right? So that's all we need to do. Now, an additional step, if you want to be sort of like how I create my CRM sort of feel, is inside here, the from name. I like to put in exactly what this form is about. For this example, I'll just type in here autoresponder demo, just so I understand where it comes from, and click update. Normally, I would put free funnel guide or something like that. Okay, so if we come back, you see it's still waiting for the webhook URL to be sent. So we're going to go ahead and preview this page. Okay, so I'll let that load for just a second. We're good. Now I'm going to type in a name here. I'm going to call this Jilly. Okay, and I'm just going to put in here hello plus 5@webautomation.co, just so we know exactly that this is significant to Jilly. I'm going to click download free guide. And if I come back into Encharge, you can see instantly we've got the name, we've got the email, and we've got a form ID, which I don't particularly use, but we've got the form name, which is autoresponder demo. Now I'm going to click on continue. This is just saying this is a sample of data that came through. Now what we can do is go ahead and actually map these fields together. So it's saying, hey, I got this name Jelly, where do you want it to go? I'm going to go first name. It's going, hey, here's the email, where do you want it to go? I'm going to choose email. This is all Encharge fields. These are the webhook fields that it received. I'm not going to do anything for form ID. I don't necessarily need this number, but under form name, what you can do is either create a new custom field, or you can just leave it as is. I've actually created one called subscribed into. So pretty much what this means is when you check on the person's statistics, it's going to say, hey, this person came through autoresponder demo and they're subscribed into that. So it's pretty cool. So I'm going to click on save. And now these two have been tracked together. Now, what I usually do inside of here as soon as I get a webhook is tag it, just so I know exactly what this person has done. Now, if you get can't link to trigger steps, it's because we've got triggers on the top and actions down the bottom. So I just did that, as a lot of people get confused. But if you come down to actions, this means once that's been triggered, then you can add in the tag like so, connect the two together. And then what you want to do is come into the tag setup. If you've already got a tag that you want to use, that's fine. If you haven't, you can just create one on the fly. So I'm going to call this Autoresponder Demo. Click on Create, and now we have a tag. Click on Save. And now every time someone comes through that webhook, they're going to be tagged with Autoresponder Demo. Now, as this is going to be an autoresponder series or automation, what we can do is actually just come inside, drag and send email, right, wherever you want it to go, connect the two together, and then we can go ahead and start creating an email. So basically what it means is as soon as someone puts their name into the form, they're going to be added to this workflow, they're going to get tagged, and they're also going to be sent an email. And we can come inside here and choose some differences. Now, what we can do, if we've gone ahead and pre-created emails inside of the email tab, that's fine. We can go ahead and select one that we have. If we haven't, we can just go ahead and start from scratch. And if we click on the little down arrow, we've also got a drag and drop builder or a simple builder. We've got a few email options down below as well. So people can receive emails more than once. This is usually just for transactional emails. If you want this available, it's up to you. But if it's, say, a newsletter or a downloadable guide, most people don't do these things twice. It's just a singular. It's up to you once again. You can also track replies, but majority of people don't need to actually track statistics from that. It's entirely up to you once again. So I'm going to go ahead, create a new one using the drag and drop builder, right? At the top, I'm going to name this the sales funnel guide. Okay. Subject. So this is your reference. I should have told you. This is just so when you go into your email tab, this is what it's going to be called. So I'll just call this maybe sales funnel guide download. Okay. Subject. What we can do is backspace that, and I'm going to say, hey. And if you come to the right here, we've got some tags. So for example, first name, what it's going to do is it's going to replace this little bit of code with the person's first name that they put in. So that's pretty cool. It's quite custom. And then I'm going to say, here is your free guide, or here is your sales funnel guide. Okay. Then you come inside here. If you want to add elements, you can. If you want to delete elements, you also can. It's real simple to do. Okay. Just to give you a little bit of information about the navigation, I'll just change this to automation. We have here on the right columns, button, divider, image, HTML heading, menu, social text, and video. You can just drag them in where you want it to go. As you can see, the dark blue line is where it will appear. We also have different blocks. So if you want to have multiple columns, you can easily use these. We've also got some text information about the images the text inside of here. So if you want to change background color, text color, the width of the content, things like that, you can also do this. And also the pre-text as well, pre-header text. If you want to change how the text looks when people receive it, like if you want it to have a custom text that they see inside of their mail settings, you can add this as well. We also have your images and different uploads. There's also all of the Pixabay, Unsplash, Pixels licenses, the imagery you can use if you need to. Those are there. And we've actually got an AI copywriting tool as well. If you want to add this inside of here, you can do things like the subjects, the body, everything like that inside of Magic Writer. So I'm just going to say inside of here, web automation is going to be my name. And what I'm going to do is just pretend that I've filled out this email. I'm not too necessarily focused on actually creating this. So I'm just going to leave it as is. Of course, it's just a live visual editor. So you can just edit everything you want. You've got the little toolbar for adjusting text, everything like that. But once you're happy, click on save and close. Okay. And now your email would be good to go. So once that's been done, you can click off it, rename your flow. I'm going to call this the Sales Funnel Guide Download Demo. Okay. Demo. And click on, activate. And now this has been absolutely completed. So what we can do if we want is go ahead and preview this page one more time. I'm actually going to backspace the preview element so it's live, and I'm going to test it out. So first name, I'm going to put Jilly once again. Email is going to be hello+5@webautomation.co. Click on download free guide. And if we look at our flow, at the moment there's no one in any of the steps. Everything says 0. But as you just seen, one person is now here. They've been tagged with autoresponder demo, and they've also been sent an email. So that's as quick as it is. If you want to check on any of the steps as well, you can click on it, and on the right there's a little people button, and inside here you can hover over the little icons. It's going to tell you their email address. And the good thing about this too is we've got 2 different sets of stats, right? We've got 0 are here, 1 were here. What this means is, for example, if I had a wait step added, I'm just going to continue without pausing. If I had a wait step here after they've been sent an email, and let's just say I want to proceed on delivered, you've got different options on when you want these people to wait, but I'm going to put on delivered. What you can do inside of here, it's not going to show up now as this flow's being completed, but every time someone comes down, if someone just reaches the wait step, let's just say it's for 3 days to show you the significance. If someone is inside of this 3-day waiting period, you'll see how many people are actually waiting inside of it. But once they've completed the 3 days, they'll then go to the were here step, and then they can carry on with the email sequences, right? So you can put it inside here, and then you can just play around with this as much as you want. But that's usually how you can do it. If you just want a single autoresponder, this is more than enough. You've got the person's email address, you've sent them the email, you've also tagged them. So if you wanted to send newsletters later, if you want to send broadcasts later, everything can be done inside of this column. Plus you've now got this person's info. It's a pretty cool feature, I must admit. The thing I love about Encharge is look how big this canvas is, right? You can make this thing as big or little as you want. It's just such a powerful tool, and I'm excited to play with it even more. Okay guys, so that is it. That is the Encharge Autoresponder tutorial. Once again, once you've created this base webhook receiving trigger, once you've added in your first tag, once you've sent an email, then you can go ahead and build out different email series. You can take it different ways as well. If you want to go right, if you want to go left, you can just be as creative as you want to start building out your flows. It's simply incredible how this tool works. Okay, that's it guys. Once again, if you haven't got Encharge yet and you want to test it out, make sure you use the link in the description. It's going to give you a 14-day free trial plus 50% on your first month if you decide to continue with it. And also, as a bonus, I'm giving you a free course which is going to help you get set up even quicker. I've also got a bunch of these flows that I've created that I use in my personal business that you can go ahead and install with one click into your business too. Okay guys, once again, if you like this video, smash the thumbs up button. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe. So many great email marketing and automation tutorials coming out in the near future. But that's it from me. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.